The approval of the Payara Offshore Development Project comes with a series of recommendations, which sees the government insisting, among other things, that routine flaring is strictly prohibited without the approval of the Environmental Protection Agency (EPA). Flaring is the controlled burning of natural gas and a common practice in oil and gas exploration, production, and processing operations. A flare system consists of a flare stack and pipes that feed gas to the stack. The government and Exxonmobil earlier on Wednesday signed a license for the Payara Field Offshore Development, with Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat and Exxonmobil's country manager Alistair Rutledge leading the way. Prior to the approval, the government had decided to review the work already undertaken by the Department of Energy and Bayface Oil and Gas Consultants on the Payara project, with talks of offering transparency and accountability. Minister Bharat, following the signing, said work on the project will commence in 2024 and it represents the single largest investment in the history of Guyana.
The investment is built at $9 billion US. And with the amount of oil estimated to be in the Payara development area, it is estimated that Guyana will benefit from 7.4 trillion Guyana dollars in government revenue, of course, for the period or the lifespan of the Payara development. So I want to say it is for the lifespan of the Payara development. As you know, the contract signed is a 20 years contract with the possibility of a 10 years extension. And that is just one development. The Liza 2 development is of similar size and nature as the Payara development.
Following the review of the agreement by experts from Canada, the Ministry of Natural Resources noted that Esso Exploration and Production Guyana Limited will pay the government for the cost of gas wasted during flaring.
We understand that flaring is necessary or should be necessary only when there is a startup, there is maintenance, or there is commissioning of the FPSO. So we fully understand that. However, we will not tolerate flaring at any and all time. So there will be fines. As a matter of fact, the Environmental Protection Agency will institute fine for pollution, and the government of Guyana will also introduce penalties for the wastage of gas, because the flaring means that we're wasting the gas which can be utilized in a more meaningful way.
Another clause in the contract will also see the commitment of $400,000 US yearly to conduct an audit of the operations. The Natural Resources Minister explained that the new agreement also speaks to the dumping of contaminated water into the ocean, and the EPA will be strictly monitoring this.
The water as it comes out of the well is contaminated and cannot be dumped into the ocean as it is. Now, the ideal practice would have been reinjection of the water, but what we would have managed to secure in this contract is to ensure that the water is treated to international standards before it is dumped into the ocean. This is something that we would have checked internationally, and there are many countries that are practicing similar dumping of treated water and not the contaminated water. We have also put into the contract, which will allow EPA to do regular and testing of the water to ensure that the water is being treated indeed to international standard.
The new agreement also caters for an oil spill and now mandates ExxonMobil to seal any spill within 5 days, and a study will now have to be done by the oil major to see if the spill can be sealed within 3 days instead. Payara is expected to begin in 2024 with a capacity of 220,000 barrels per day. Payara is the third project in the Stabroek block. The $9 billion US development will target an estimated resource base of about 600 million oil equivalent barrels, Exxon said. 10 drill centers are planned, along with 41 wells, including 20 production and 21 injection wells. Fariza Hanif, Newsroom.